Greetings, everybody. How are you today? Happy Friday, September 22nd. I hope everyone is doing well. It has been a mixed weather here in Vermont this week. We did a couple of days of rain, and the past 2 days have been absolutely gorgeous with gorgeous blue skies in the upper 60s and just beautiful, beautiful fall days. And yes, yesterday was the first day of fall. So our weather is definitely fall-like. It is, let's see, 7:45 a.m. and it is 45 degrees out. So yes, fall is here. Try not to think ahead to the wintertime, which I absolutely hate in Vermont. I hate snow. I hate it even more because I'm out in the country in a house where tenants are responsible for their own shoveling snow, which I don't do. But thankfully, and not thankfully, I don't have a card this year. I'm not working. So it's not as much as a problem as it has been in the past. So I will just have a nice, cozy summer, nice, cozy winter here this year inside like I did last year. So a lot's been going on. So I'm going to try to remember everything. First thing I want to say is that there's a member of our community, very beloved member, Shane Phelps, who has been in the hospital for about 2 weeks now. Not really sure what his original health problem was. He was having trouble breathing, so they had to put him on the intubator to help him breathe. He came off of that and he felt much better. And then, unfortunately, this past Saturday, when they took him out of ICU and put him in a regular room, he had a stroke. And now he is back in ICU, and the whole left side of his body is paralyzed. He can't do anything with it. So please send out prayers to Shane Phelps. He's been a very beloved member of the community for a very long time, and we are all praying for him today and forever that he comes through all of this and is able to recover. So that is the first thing. Now, on to me. I've been doing pretty good. A couple of months ago, I applied for a credit card with a low credit limit to try and get my credit score up. And I am thrilled to say that my credit score has gone up 150 points since I got that credit card and since I got the Fingerhut account. I have been paying Fingerhut a little bit more than minimum for the past couple of months. And I've been putting my food money into my credit card, my real credit card, and using it. And it's been amazing. I'm so proud of myself. Dave and I were married for 32 years, and we always had bad credit because we were never really financially sound. And so if it was me, I would have had better control over the finances. But with Dave having such a traumatic childhood and not really getting things that a child should get and a wonderful life that a child should have, he spent his adulthood getting the things that he would have loved to have, and we were both basically living our second childhoods when we were together. I was a hermit. I was always in my room because of issues with parents, and I just preferred to be alone. So I stayed in my room and I played my music. So Dave and I just kind of went crazy with our money when we did have it, and we're given opportunities to get credit cards and get our credit back up. But it's like we had no control over ourselves, and with Dave, it was even worse. So, two people who like to spend was not a good thing. So our credit rating was always like 500. It was awful. So once I started out on my own after he passed away, and I had that one credit thing on my record that was preventing me from getting housing. So, very kindly, my mother helped me pay that debt, and my credit report is now clean with nothing. All the accounts that were on there reached the 7-year mark this year, and so they were wiped off my credit report. And so I went ahead and I did the Fingerhut account first, and then I did the regular credit card. And with payments, I went from 500, I'm up to 650 now. And I am so, so proud of myself. I'm being very careful with them. I did get a few things for the house. You may have seen my new drapes. They're very pretty. They're red and gold. Got myself a few new Barbies. I did a short on that yesterday. I got a new cat tree for Winnie because she's a very large cat. And we had Vivi, my last cat, we had his cat tree, but it was really small, and she has to really scrunch up in it. So I got her one with a wider base so she can be much more comfortable in it, and she is using it, which I'm glad. She still has her spots of sleeping on the recliner, sleeping on the floor, sleeping up on the table with the vinyl tablecloth. I've learned with my cats that they love to be up on tables, and it's okay because I really don't eat my dinner over there. It's usually here in the living room on this TV tray or in the bedroom while I'm watching my videos. So, Winnie is a very sensitive tummy cat. She has terrible time with hairballs. And I spent like an hour the other day just cleaning up this floor of all the hairballs I could find. And it just, poor thing, I just don't know what to do for her. I don't know if she eats too fast. I mean, this has been going on for 3 years. I think she just has a sensitive stomach and she eats too fast. And then, you know. So that's Winnie. I've had Winnie, I want to say, how long have I had Winnie? I want to say 3 or 4 years now. I had come up to Tennessee with my sweet Vivi. I had picked him up the day I left to come up here to Vermont. He had to be home because he was very aggressive with other cats. So when we got up here, I tried to keep him inside, but he was an outside cat apparently. And I started taking him out on the leash. Then he would start biting my ankles. I mean, biting and scratching my ankles when we came back in because he was mad that he wanted to be outside. So eventually, I just let him go outside. I don't condone outside cats simply because I have lost 3 cats to being run over. It's dangerous to be an outside cat, especially out here in the rural country with coyotes and bears and all kinds of things. But he had a time of his life, and I do have a playlist on here of Vivi, and he all of a sudden got sick and just passed away. I think the vet had said that he had a lump in his stomach and something I didn't know about. So he passed away, and then I got Winnie. Vivi was a very loving cat. Even though he could be aggressive at times, for the most part, he was very loving. He loved to be in my arms. He loved to sleep on top of me. I miss him to this day. Winnie is a sweet cat, but she's not as lovable as he was. She is your typical diva, aloof cat who just lives her life the way she wants to. And when she feels like getting pet, she'll come up on wherever I am, on the couch or on the bed, and demand to be petted. And she'll sit with me for about 5 minutes, and then boom, she's gone. So that's Winnie. You've seen pictures of her and videos of her. So that is her. And of course, my beautiful home here, my rent just got raised another $30. Lovely. So it won't be too bad for the couple of months. I'll get enough of a little raise in Social Security in January. It's probably going to be about maybe $25. The way it's looking right now, it's only going to be about 3.2% this year. So every little bit helps with the rent, and that will be very helpful. As far as my weight, it goes up and down, but I've noticed in my face that I must be losing because my cheekbones are starting to come out again. I got on the scale today and it claims that I gained 3 pounds. How that's possible, I don't know. I've been doing my chair exercises, very, very active this week with my new portable washer that I got with my credit card. And that could be that I'm just building up muscle, because I've been doing chair exercises, going back and forth with the portable washer in the bathroom. I had a full laundry basket of night clothes, sheets, and towels. It took me about a week, and I am so happy to say my laundry basket is empty. I've been without a car for the past year, so I've been washing all of my clothes in the sink. And then when I decided to help my credit score and got that credit card, I used that immediately to get this portable washer. It was $125. So well worth it. Amazing little machine. My clothes come out so much cleaner than they did at the laundromat. It's really amazing. I mean, the colors are so vibrant. It's really, really nice. So you see them all on Amazon. This one washes on the left side, and then you spin dry on the right, and it's amazing. You can't do a full load of wash. I can fit maybe one queen size bed sheet in there, and I can do maybe one big towel, and then do a bunch of socks and underwear together. It's been a godsend, and I am just so relieved and so happy that I have this, and I don't have to worry about the laundromat anymore, even though I haven't been there since last December because I don't have a car. And it's just annoying to have to call a taxi to go to the laundromat. So that's been a happy thing for me. I've been very happy about that. A lot of drama on the YouTube streets and the true crime community. Oh my God, I'm not even going to go into it. It's just terrible, terrible, terrible. So YouTube can be very toxic at times, and you really, really have to have thick skin and, just let trolls and people just don't think about it and just ignore it. And I've been very lucky on my channel. I haven't really had much of that. Once in a while, I'll get a mean comment about my cooking videos, just because I do things a little bit different. I like to put ketchup on my hamburgers while I'm cooking them because it makes them more juicy. And you wouldn't believe the hate comments that I got on that. And then the hate comments on the baby mouse that I had in my house. I was going into my bathroom to clean it. It was a mess. And there was this little black baby mouse in there, and I put it up as a short, and I got so many comments, clean your damn house, sweep your floor, vacuum your floor, it's terrible. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I was in there to clean my bathroom, and the damn mouse was in there. I mean, it was a YouTube moment. I had to, record that. So people can be crazy, but people in the true crime community and the beauty community, they can be so toxic to each other, and rumors, and people are just awful. They really, really are. And not all of them, but it's always the couple of bad apples that can ruin a whole community sometimes. And right now, it's in turmoil. And of course, Bullhorn Betty is part of that, but there are other things going on. So, that's a lot of drama I've been watching. Last week was September 11th, and it took me, let's see, that happened in 2001. And I was living in Tennessee. My sister was living in New York City. Her office was only blocks away from the World Trade Center. When I got up that day and saw the news, I was petrified. It was still early. Nobody really knew what was going on. The news was saying a private plane had crashed into the World Trade Center. I called my mother, and she told me the same thing. My mother was in Armonk, Westchester County, where I grew up. And she said, well, a plane just, accidentally went into the World Trade Center. And I watched the TV before I went to work that day. I worked from 3 to 11 at MTMC, the hospital in town, and I was a medical transcriptionist. But that day, I was glued to the TV. I went into the doctor's lounge, which was right next to us, and I watched the TV for hours. I didn't even work that day. I was just in so much shock. It took me hours to get through to my sister. I was so worried about her, but I finally found out that she was okay. She was supposed to go for her dissertation that day to NYU for her PhD. And of course, that was postponed. But the image of those planes traumatized me so badly that for years afterward, I never watched a 9/11 video. 2 years later, I was in a plane going back to New York. Oh, let me backtrack. 6 weeks before the World Trade Center was attacked, I was in New York City visiting my sister. We went up to the Windows of the World restaurant and had a fantastic time. She, of course, I don't dance, but she always found a partner to dance with, and it was such a beautiful place. The view was amazing. The band was amazing. The restaurant was gorgeous. It was just such a beautiful, beautiful place to be. I was so enthralled with the beauty of the lobby and everything. And then 6 weeks later, it was gone. And it wasn't until 2014 that I actually started watching the videos of what happened that day. And every year, I still watch those videos. So, of course, I've been spending the week watching videos, watching victims' families, and it's been emotional, of course. But at least now I can watch them and find out what really happened, and it's been emotional for sure, That's really all I can say about that, but that was my 9/11 story. I did go back to the site in 2013. I'm sorry, 2003, 2 years later, and the feeling, being an empath, it was so difficult to be there. I was looking down at the site, and all I could feel was sadness, deep, deep sadness, deep despair. It's like I felt like all these souls were around me, just weeping and in terror. I could only stand there for 3 minutes and I had to leave. It was so emotional and so hard to be there. So that's what 9/11 was about for me. Um, After that, I'm sure I went back to New York one or two more times. My parents lived in New York, in Armonk. My sister has been in the city for a long time. I think she lived on the east side, I believe, and she met a man and she married him, and they lived in Brooklyn for a little bit of time, and then they moved to Maine, and now they moved to Boston area, and they got divorced a couple of years ago, and now my sister and her kids are in Newton, and I'm going back for Thanksgiving, so I'm excited. And we hadn't seen each other in years, I'd say in over 20 years. And it was so nice to see her. It was like we were never apart. Just the love and the support was there, and she was there for me the whole time when I was there in April and wound up in the hospital for 7 days. She was just my savior, and anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing this week, and whew, and I've been working so hard with the laundry. I'm exhausted. I haven't done much singing this week. I actually felt burned out last week. I've been doing so many nights a week of sing streams or karaoke open mics, whatever you want to call them. Shimmer calls them sing streams. I think it's a nicer word than karaoke, because there are musicians who play their own instruments. Some of us do backing tracks, and so I like the word sing stream. Usually, I do 3 or 4 a week, but last Friday I was burned out, so I didn't do Friday night. I didn't do Saturday night, and or Monday night. I slept every single day for like 9, 10 hours, and then I've been doing that since I finished my laundry. It's like every single day I would go to, I'd wake up in the morning. I'm a late night person now. I stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning because when we do the sing streams, they're at night, and usually we'll go to like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I've been in that sleep cycle. So I'm still doing that, and I'll go to sleep about 2 o'clock, maybe wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning, get up, do a few things, and then at 4 o'clock, I'm ready for a nap, and then I'll wake up at 11 o'clock. So I'm just the life of a retired person. It's kind of nice. I don't have any responsibilities to anyone, and I don't have to be at work. I don't have to make dinner for anybody. I can eat whenever I want. So I'll have, I'll wake up and I'm hungry. I only eat when I'm hungry now. I don't really do 3 meals a day. I just wait until I'm hungry. And if I'm cleaning or something, I just don't eat. I just wait until I'm done. I'm just that kind of person. I got to get my stuff done, and then I can relax and do what I want. So that is the life of Miss Glow. And I got let's see, what else did I get? I got a new coloring book, which I'm going to start with. I haven't colored in so long. I've got to get back to it. Hopefully these markers that I have are not drying out. So that is one of my hobbies besides the singing. So anyhow, that's about it for this year's Friday vlog. This week's Friday vlog. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and please pray for Shane, and I love you all, and take care.